Okay, our last devotion for the week is the story of Moses. Moses is born. Joseph and his brothers were in Egypt. Everyone was all right and they had enough food, which was great. But which of God's promises had come true? Had Abraham's family become a great nation? Nope. Abraham and Sarah had a son, and all of his kids and their kids numbered about 70 people. It's a big family, but it's not a whole nation. Did they have their own land? Nope. They were living in Egypt, someone else's land. Had they blessed the whole world? They didn't even know what that promise meant. How does one family bless the whole world? One of the three big promises given to Abraham at that point, a total of 0 of them had come true. Well, Jacob's sons had kids, and their kids had kids, and their kids had kids. A lot of kids. There were hundreds of kids, and then there were thousands of kids. When the Pharaoh who was Joseph's friend died, there was a new Pharaoh, and then a new Pharaoh after that. And pretty soon, Egypt was being ruled by a Pharaoh who didn't know anything about Joseph. He just knew there were thousands and thousands of these people running around, these children of Israel. Remember how God changed Abram's name to Abraham and Sarai's name to Sarah? Well, God changed Jacob's name to Israel. So all of Jacob's children and his grandchildren and his great-grandchildren became the children of Israel. They were also called the Israelites. Now the new Pharaoh said, "Hey, there are too many Israelites around here," and he decided to do something about it. First, he made the Israelites slaves to the Egyptians. A slave is a person who is owned by another person. A slave had to do whatever his or her owner said. Being slaves meant the children of Israel had to do whatever Pharaoh said. They had to build stuff, and farm stuff, and clean stuff. Being slaves also meant they couldn't leave Egypt, ever, which was a big problem. If you remember God's second promise, that his people would have their own land. How can you have your own land if you can't ever leave someone else's? But it got worse. The children of Israel kept having more kids, more and more kids. Eventually, there were so many babies that Pharaoh decided to do something really bad. Get rid of the Israelites. Every Israelite baby boy, he said, should be thrown into the river. Then God gave one Israelite woman an idea. When her baby boy was young, she made a basket that floated like a boat and put her baby inside. Then she hid the basket in the tall grass at the edge of the river and waited to see what God would do next. A group of Egyptian girls were washing at the river and they noticed the basket. They opened it up and what? There was a baby. One of the girls decided that she would take him home and raise him as her own son. Can you guess who that girl was? It was Pharaoh's daughter, the daughter of the king of Egypt. Pharaoh's daughter brought home an Israelite baby to live in the palace just like an Egyptian and right next to Pharaoh. She gave the baby a name, Moses, and he was about to become a very big part of God's rescue plan. All right, now for the tricky bits of this story. Are you ready? If slavery is wrong, why does it happen so often in the Bible? Many of the things that happen in the Bible went against God's heart for people. Remember when Adam and Eve first sinned? God's world got turned upside down. Today we understand that owning another person is wrong. We should continue to pray and fight for those who are mistreated. Okay, now's the questions to go over with your parents. Why did Moses' mom put him in a basket in the river? Pause the video and answer the question. Why do you think it was important for God to save Moses? Pause the video. Okay, pray with me, please. Dear God, thank you for showing us what to do when we face the impossible. Amen. All right, I'll see you on Sunday for Sunday school.